So, what if we were to tell you that there are people who genuinely believe that the world's richest and most powerful are secretly drinking children's blood to stay young?
Right? And before anyone thinks we're joking, this is an actual conspiracy theory that millions of people have believed. Not in the Middle Ages, not in fantasy novel, right now in modern times with Wi Fi. My mom actually told me about it.
She did. Yeah. And when you told me, I was like, wait, what?
Yeah.
So, tonight we're diving into one of the strangest rabbit holes on the internet, the baby blood conspiracies. So, elite secret societies, Jeffrey Epstein, and why so many people connected all of it to one giant nightmare. Yeah. So, the idea that powerful people steal children or use their blood isn't new at all. I mean, we've seen it in horror movies going back to, I can't even tell you, but it actually goes back hundreds of years, it says. So, throughout history, powerful groups, minorities, religious communities, and political enemies have accused others of harming children in secret rituals.
Crazy.
It is.
I didn't really know about the blood. I always thought don't get AIDS. But a dentist just had to test people for AIDS.
I did not know that.
Yeah,
It wasn't mine.
I know. I looked.
I tell everyone about
I
it.
was like, no
My poor
longer going to
doctors.
Jessica.
I would be, they'd be like, and you're out. So this is your part.
Basically, humanity has always loved a good, scary story. Unfortunately, sometimes those stories get people hurt.
So fast forward to modern times and the conspiracy now that has evolved. Instead of witches or secret cults in the woods, people began accusing celebrities and politicians, billionaires, and business leaders of harvesting something called, oh, adrenal.
Adrenochrome.
Yeah, adrenochrome, one of those. So, adrenochrome is a chemical. Did I say that wrong?
You
I
said
don't
it
know.
perfect. I was proud of you.
It's a thanks. It's a real chemical, but the conspiracy version is wildly different from reality. So, conspiracy believers claim powerful elites extract this specific chemical, the adrenochrome, from terrified children and use it like some kind of anti aging drug. It sounds like a horror movie, but seriously, the child has to be scared at the time of harvesting for it to work.
That is crazy. And my mom said, look up Ellen. She said her face has completely changed and she also moved out of the country. It's like, Mom, are you sure? But I mean,
Anything's
supposedly
possible.
she's one listed to use
Oh,
the
okay.
baby blood. So
Dang, Ellen.
basically, it is. It is out of a horror movie. There is absolutely no credible scientific evidence that adrenochrome, excuse my
We don't know really.
mispronouncing, works as a youth serum, life extension drug, or magical celebrity wrinkle remover.
Yeah. I mean, we all wonder how they stay young, but I seriously just think it's plastic surgery
I need to ask the Kardashians
or
because they
cosmetic
do all
surgery,
that weird
plastic
stuff.
surgery, same thing.
They did the sperm semen or whatever it was.
Stop it.
Yeah.
I would never want to put someone's sperm on my face. Not that girl.
A whale sperm, I think it was, or
Oh,
something.
okay.
Or no, salmon sperm.
Okay. Well, scientists have known about adrenochrome for decades. It's simply a chemical compound related to adrenaline, and researchers can create it in laboratories. No secret child harvesting operation is required.
Right? Could you imagine being a chemist who spent years studying molecules only to wake up one day, discover that internet thinks you're secretly making vampire juice for everybody?
So here's where things get messy because, unlike the baby blood theories, the crimes connected to Jeffrey Epstein were real. Epstein associated with wealthy, famous, and politically connected people. His private island, he has private jets and powerful social circles that have created endless speculation. So when details of these crimes had become public, people naturally started asking questions like who knew what, who was involved, who helped him, who looked the other way. That's the main thing I think.
Right? And those are completely reasonable questions. The problem is when unanswered questions get mixed together with internet mythology.
Yeah. So, because suddenly some people were just discussing Epstein's crimes more. So, they were connecting him to secret underground tunnels, satanic rituals, baby blood harvesting, immortality experiments, and shadow governments, which I don't know anything about shadow governments,
That's
but
probably a whole new podcast.
I am wondering if that's kind of like my thought process on how I think the president is just a puppet for like the world's most elite and they pull all the strings. So the president just does what they say. I wonder if that's what they mean by shadow governments. I don't
Yeah.
know.
Like they have governments built secretly under the
Within,
government. Yeah.
yeah.
With government, probably
There's
people.
government in the government of governments.
Shady governmental. Governmentalist.
We
I don't
do
know if
sound
that's a
insane right now. I'm just saying no one knows. Who frickin' knows?
Either way.
So the story became bigger and bigger. And I do know that they were talking about Epstein having in Mexico like almost like a clinic or something where they were just doing something with children. I don't know. Did you hear about that? Where they said it was like a baby factory?
I have not had the time to look into this, but I do know that there is baby blood in this mentioned in some of those public Epstein documents. Have you actually went, like if you go just type in Epstein files, it like gives you the whole like.
I have not yet because, like you, I'm super busy.
Yes.
And usually busy doing what I want to do.
Now, I do want to say something really quick because
Mhm.
we did the episode on our own Epstein Island, which is Rattlesnake Island. And will have to check our YouTube because somebody that is a member, that's been a member for 25 years, responded to us.
What did he say?
I'll have to go look.
I'm
But
so curious. I love it when people actually reach out.
he
That does not
basically
happen.
said no shadiness is happening, but
Okay.
is there or isn't
I think
there?
he needs to invite us to the island so we can find out for ourselves.
Exactly. Yeah, I did talk to my dad's buddy. I guess my dad knew about the island, and so did his friend, cousin Kurt.
Yeah.
But they've never been on it, but they've been around it.
Did they think that it's weird?
When I said that, he said he wouldn't put it past anything in the world right now. So.
Yeah, that's true. Everything's crazy.
And he seemed a little jealous. No, I'm just kidding. He didn't.
So yeah, so that whole like was it like Don't Die, the guy who was an ex-Mormon, he was we did an episode on him as well where he is like this uber rich guy and he sold his like company to PayPal.
Mhm.
I can't remember
I don't
what his name
remember
is,
the
but
name.
I think his mission is called like Don't Die or Not Die.
Brian.
Yeah, well, he did the whole like bloodletting thing, not bloodletting, but blood siphoning, where you take it from a younger person, put it in an older person, and you do it down the line. Now, he did it generational from like his son to him and then him to his father. And they say that it's supposed to like shave time, you know, like
Give you
more time, not shave
Yes,
it. It
no.
enhances your time here on Earth. So, I mean, I guess there is something to that in a degree, but I don't think we have to go scare babies and murder them to be young. Maybe we just take it from our teenagers instead.
Yeah,
Kidding,
I don't know.
but-
It's all weird to me, but then again, I've heard a lot of weird stuff that's in the news that's been proven. So you really can't put anything past
No, it's
anyone.
nuts. So, psychologists say people tend to create explanations when something feels too evil to understand. So, Epstein's crimes were shocking. Many people couldn't comprehend how someone could operate for so long around powerful individuals. So, some began looking for an even bigger explanation. And I mean, I think that sounds like it's reaching, but I mean, people do fill in the blanks.
It's almost like the human brain says, well, if the truth is this bad, maybe the real truth is even worse. And I'm a big believer that they do. Like a lot of these breaking news stories come out around when weird things are happening, like the one newsacre's mom. that has still never been found. And then,
Nancy Guthrie.
yeah, like there's a few times I feel like the news they're giving us is to distract us from what we really don't even want to know or see, which
Yeah.
is scary.
Yeah, I don't know. I do feel like we do turn a blind eye to things sometimes. And I think it's funny like how we have a hard time comprehending certain things. We do. So maybe we are just connecting
What's
dots.
happening, I think, is more people now that the internet's here, more people are becoming detectives. I mean, it's
Mhm.
insane that crimes are solved by just the general public that have nothing on their hands but time.
It's intense. And I mean, I wish I had the time and the wherewithal to do that.
We're going to have to chat next about the things going on in New York subways. Another
I
story.
did see that.
Yeah.
Okay. So that mindset helped fuel movements like QAnon. I'm not as familiar, but we did talk about this at one point.
Yeah.
Followers believe a secret network of elites were abusing children and controlling world events from behind the scenes. So some theories even claimed world leaders, actors, musicians, and billionaires were all connected.
Which would have to be the worst group projection in his. Imagine trying to keep thousands of celebrities quiet about the same secret for decades. Half of Hollywood can't keep a movie spoiler secret for 2 weeks. However, I don't know because
I feel like
I
they're
feel like
great
there's
secret
some
keepers.
very, very extremely damaged
Yeah,
celebrities that
for
I
sure.
believe were involved in somehow, some way, the Epstein. So
Especially if you've done something wrong. Like if you've done something wrong yourself, who are you to call out someone else on it? So sometimes it's like, oh, I'm going to turn a blind eye to that because what if my shortcomings come to head?
yeah.
That's hard for people.
I always feel like the rich people know stuff before us. I'm like, why can't I be friends with like Trump's kids so that they add me to their list of letting us know
Because
it
Melania would
before
put the
it's too late?
smackdown on your ass. I think she determines who can be friends
Uh,
with fascinating. There are real scientific experiments involving blood and aging. Researchers have studied whether factors in young blood could influence aging in animals. Here we are again with the animals.
Everything.
Yeah. Some studies involving mice showed interesting results that led to headlines suggesting young blood might hold clues about aging, which I mean, it makes sense.
Yeah. And the internet immediately responded with calm and reasonable action of the billionaires are drinking babies.
Yeah, not exactly, but scientists were studying proteins and biological mechanisms, but sensational headlines created fertile ground for conspiracy theories. So some wealthy tech figures have openly discussed longevity, research, and anti-aging science, but that alone was enough for some people to connect completely unrelated ideas. So, some of the wildest claims floating around the internet include secret underground cities beneath major cities.
Which I do believe there are celebrities making bunkers. There's stuff going on.
Yeah. Elite hunting parties, which
We're
does
seeing
happen.
that with our locals. And I don't know, if I'm going to go, I wouldn't even do it, but I wouldn't post about it.
So, yeah, an elite hunting party. That happens. Hidden rituals on private islands also happens.
Makes me think Yellow Jackets.
Yeah, that was crazy too. Shape shifting world leaders. I don't know about that. Underground child prisons, maybe. Ancient secret societies controlling governments, maybe.
I mean,
We
thing,
talking about aliens? Because that might be a thing.
you don't know. At some point, the conspiracy theories start sounding less like an investigation and more like somebody accidentally mixed a true crime documentary with 5 seasons of science fiction information.
Yeah. So here's what we know Jeffrey Epstein committed serious crimes. He had powerful connections, and many questions remain about who enabled him, how he operated for so long, because they're all in on it.
And how did he die? Did he really
Yeah,
suicide?
I don't think it was. So those are legitimate subjects for investigation. What we do not have evidence for are claims involving baby blood harvesting, immortality potions, or giant secret networks drinking adrenochrome.
If you think about it, though, the truth is disturbing enough without adding vampires into the mix.
True story. And that's probably the most important takeaway. Separating proven facts from speculation helps us focus on real victims and real accountability. So if you're out there killing babies, you need to be held accountable.
Yes, you do.
So, whether you believe there are unanswered questions surrounding Epstein or not, one thing is certain: his case became the perfect breeding ground for many conspiracy theories. Fear, secrecy, wealth, power, unanswered questions are all a combination for practically guaranteed internet chaos.
And if history teaches us anything, it's that people will always try to fill the gaps in a story, sometimes with evidence, sometimes with imagination, and sometimes with enough conspiracy threads to cover the entire planet. Do you remember that game in school, Telephone, where Mr. Geehaw would have us sit in a big circle in the gym, and the object was he started the sentence and whispered it in an ear, and you had to go all the way around the circle and see what the ending sentence was, and it was never accurate.
Well, I think that's
Same with
because we
a little bit of
purposely
this.
said it wrong just to make the outcome different.
No,
Yeah, I do.
I thought the whole thing was to prove to us that we don't listen or something. What was the whole object of that?
It's just that the story changes by the time you get to the end. But I think we all know what a game of telephone was, and I think we're just being obnoxious dorks.
I think it
I could
begs
be
to
wrong.
prove our point here
This
that
is true.
sometimes a little lie gets added into the truth. There's the truth, the your side, their side, the truth, or
Yeah.
whatever they say.
Everyone sees things a bit differently. So, I mean, just because you and I experienced the same situation doesn't mean we felt the same way about it.
Exactly.
So that's
I've
what's
learned a
weird.
lot how one perception, just because I feel that way, does not mean it's right, wrong, or that somebody else doesn't feel indifferently. So
It is true.
I'm getting wiser with my age.
Yay. So thanks for joining us. Have a
Yes,
great night.
thank you. Peace out.